Welcome to Crime Story with Camila, where we dive deep into the most chilling and mysterious true crime cases. If you love real-life crime stories, make sure to like, subscribe, and share so you never miss an update. Your support helps us bring you the most in-depth investigations and untold stories. On a seemingly ordinary morning in March 2022, Naomi vanished without a trace while waiting for her shuttle to work. Surveillance footage captured a chilling encounter, and days later, the search for Naomi ended in heartbreak when her body was discovered in a remote area. Who was responsible for this heinous crime? And how did the investigation unfold in the wake of this tragedy? Today, we'll explore the details of Naomi's disappearance, the frantic search that ensued, and the shocking developments that led to the arrest of her alleged killer. This is the story of Naomi Irion, a young woman stolen from her family, leaving a community in search of answers. Naomi Irion was born on July 25, 2003, into a family with a deep-rooted connection to international travel. As the daughter of a U.S. State Department employee, she spent much of her childhood living in various countries, including France, Russia, Germany, and South Africa. This diverse upbringing shaped Naomi into a vibrant and independent young woman with an adventurous spirit. During her time in South Africa, Naomi attended the American International School of Johannesburg, where she graduated in 2021. She was known for her kind heart, bright personality, and love of music. She played multiple instruments, including the ukulele and guitar, and had a passion for singing. Her friends described her as warm, creative, and full of life, always embracing colorful outfits and accessories, especially anything rainbow-themed. Naomi was also deeply devoted to her family. She had 3 younger brothers, whom her parents had adopted from Ukraine in 2018. However, tragedy was not unfamiliar to the Irion family. Before Naomi was born, her parents had lost an infant son in 2002. This loss only strengthened their bond, making Naomi a cherished and beloved daughter and sister. In 2021, after finishing high school, Naomi decided to return to the United States to begin her journey toward independence. She moved in with her older brother, Casey Valley, in Fernley, Nevada, and began working at Panasonic Energy in Reno. She had big dreams for her future, hoping to save money and eventually attend college. She loved anime, social media, and gaming, and she was excited about the next chapter of her life. But in the early morning hours of March 12, 2022, Naomi's dreams were cut short. What should have been another ordinary workday turned into a nightmare when she was abducted while waiting for her shuttle. Her sudden disappearance sent shockwaves through her community and sparked a desperate search for answers. March 12, 2022, started as a routine morning for 18-year-old Naomi Irion, but it would end in tragedy. Around 5 a.m., Naomi left her home in Fernley, Nevada, and drove to a nearby Walmart parking lot, where she normally caught a shuttle to her job at Panasonic. Surveillance cameras captured her parking her car at approximately 5:09 a.m. For the next several minutes, Naomi was active on social media, scrolling through her phone while waiting for the shuttle. However, at 5:24 a.m., something unusual happened. Surveillance footage recorded a man in a dark hoodie walking toward Naomi's vehicle. He appeared to be loitering before making his move. Moments later, he opened the driver's side door, got into the car, and drove off with Naomi still inside. It was an eerie and unsettling sight. The man, who appeared to have a strong build, was a complete stranger to Naomi. She had no known connections to him, making the sudden abduction even more terrifying. For hours, no one knew that Naomi was missing. It wasn't until she failed to show up for work that concerns started growing. When Naomi didn't return home later that day, her family became alarmed. Her brother, Casey Valley, who lived with her, grew increasingly worried and took action. By the evening, he reported her missing and began retracing her steps. On March 15, 2022, just 3 days after she was last seen, police found her abandoned car at an industrial park in Fernley, Nevada. Inside, they discovered evidence that suggested foul play. The driver's seat was reclined, which was unusual for Naomi, and some of her personal belongings were missing. Investigators reviewed surveillance footage from the Walmart parking lot and saw the chilling moment when a hooded man approached Naomi's car, got inside, and drove away with her inside. Authorities quickly released images of the suspect and a dark-colored Chevrolet Silverado pickup truck that had been spotted near the scene. They asked the public for help identifying the individual. The Lyon County Sheriff's Office, the FBI, and multiple local and state law enforcement agencies became involved in the search. As police worked on leads, Naomi's family took matters into their own hands. They launched a social media campaign with the hashtag Justice for Naomi to raise awareness about her disappearance. They also organized search parties, distributing flyers and reaching out to the media to keep Naomi's case in the public eye. Volunteers scoured the rural Nevada desert, searching for any sign of Naomi. Large billboards were put up across the state, and a $10,000 reward was offered for any information leading to her safe return. After nearly 2 weeks of intense searching, investigators made a breakthrough. On March 25, 2022, authorities arrested 41-year-old Troy Driver in connection with Naomi's disappearance. Driver, a convicted felon with a violent criminal history, was identified as the man seen in the surveillance footage. His truck, the same Chevrolet Silverado spotted near the crime scene, was also impounded. A few days later, on March 29, 2022, the worst fears of Naomi's family were confirmed. Her remains were discovered in a remote desert area in Churchill County, Nevada. Authorities confirmed that Naomi had been murdered, though the exact cause of death was not immediately released. Naomi's tragic case deeply impacted the Fernley community and beyond. Her family has since worked to raise awareness for missing persons cases and advocate for increased safety measures. Troy Driver was charged with first-degree murder, kidnapping, and destruction of evidence. Naomi's story remains a heartbreaking reminder of how quickly life can change and the importance of community support and swift action in missing person cases. Following the discovery of Naomi Irion's body, legal proceedings commenced against Troy Driver. Initially arrested on kidnapping charges, Driver faced additional counts, including first-degree murder, robbery, burglary of a motor vehicle, and destruction of evidence. Prosecutors alleged that Driver kidnapped Naomi, fatally shot her, and concealed her body to eliminate evidence. In July 2022, further investigations led to additional charges of sexual assault, with allegations that Driver raped Naomi before her death. In November 2022, Driver was deemed mentally competent to stand trial. He pleaded not guilty to all charges in March 2023. However, on August 6, 2023, Driver was found dead in his jail cell from an apparent suicide by asphyxiation. Prior to his death, Driver had attempted suicide twice and had left a confession letter expressing overwhelming guilt. Naomi's tragic death had a profound impact on the Fernley community and beyond. Vigils, memorials, and community gatherings were held to honor her memory and support her family. Her story highlighted the importance of community vigilance and the need for improved safety measures in public spaces. The disappearance and tragic murder of Naomi Irion deeply affected the Fernley, Nevada, community and beyond. In the days and weeks following her abduction, volunteers organized search parties, distributed thousands of flyers, and launched social media campaigns using the hashtag Justice for Naomi to keep her case in the public eye. Residents of Fernley and surrounding areas rallied around Naomi's family, offering financial assistance, emotional support, and help in the search efforts. Billboards featuring Naomi's face and information were put up across Nevada, urging anyone with leads to come forward. Her family, especially her brother Casey Valley, became vocal advocates for missing persons and crime victims. On April 3, 2022, after Naomi's body was found, a candlelight vigil was held in her honor, attended by hundreds of people. The outpouring of grief was evident as community members, many of whom had never met Naomi personally, came together to mourn her loss and stand in solidarity with her family. In the wake of Naomi's murder, her family pushed for legal and systemic changes to improve safety and law enforcement responses to abductions. Her mother, Diana Irion, and her brother, Casey Valley, have been working on raising awareness for other missing persons, advocating for better surveillance at bus stops and parking lots and stronger security measures in public areas. The Irion family also launched the Naomi Irion Foundation, a nonprofit organization dedicated to supporting victims of violent crimes, assisting in missing persons cases, and promoting personal safety awareness. The foundation aims to prevent future tragedies like Naomi's by educating the public on safety precautions and advocating for better crime prevention laws. To honor Naomi's memory, her loved ones and supporters have continued to spread awareness about her case and other unsolved crimes. In July 2023, on what would have been Naomi's 20th birthday, friends and family gathered for a memorial event, celebrating her life and the impact she had on those around her. Naomi's story remains a tragic yet powerful reminder of the dangers of abduction and the importance of community vigilance. Though her life was cut short, her family and supporters continue to fight for justice, not just for Naomi but for all missing persons whose voices have yet to be heard.
Thanks for watching. For more interesting videos, please subscribe.